His back was toward me as he focused on his clothing. I could see his muscles flex as he put his t-shirt over his head and rolled it down his fine chiseled abs. My mind was on fire, and I knew I would have a intrigued, excited, want more? Then tune in to Adult Bedtime Stories for the Creative Soul. Good evening and welcome to Adult Bedtime Stories for Creative Souls. I am your host, Kamani. And yes, I know it's been a while. A lot has been brewing since I last recorded. Late nights, a few non-fictions later, and now a new romance novel in tow. Shea Butter Rocks. And I'm back in the podcast seat with more stories for you. Now, we have a snippet from a romance story today that we will read tonight. So, grab your favorite drink, snuggle in your comfy blanket, and let's enjoy the show. Let's jump in. In the setting of a city hotel, Jasmine and Shawn have checked into a single room with a large king-size bed. The only room available was on the love suite. It had small pink petals positioned on the bed into a heart and a bottle of champagne on ice with 2 flutes. I bathed as soon as we got into the room to avoid having to stare at his gorgeous face. He was taking a shower. I tried to decide how to lay on the bed. Do I lay with my head up here as his head is down there? Do we lay the same way with me on top of the sheets and him underneath the sheets? Or do I lay on the chair and just call it a night? I wrestled with those thoughts when he opened the door and took my breath away. Now, I'm not the one to fall in love with the way a person looks, but my mind, body, and soul fell in love with his aura instantly. He tightened his towel and sat on the bed. He smelled of ripped body oils from deep earth and looked like a heavenly sculptured creation. His back was toward me as he focused on his clothing. I could see his muscles flexed as he put his t-shirt over his head and rolled it down his fine chiseled abs. My mind was on fire and knew I would have a major tongue lashing with my sister in the morning. She was the one to set up the most unique situations, but I wasn't fond of her not forewarning me. Shawn put his towel away and laid under the covers. My body felt weak as my eyes scanned his gorgeous chocolate body. He politely motioned for me to come lay next to him. I climbed under the covers to feel the warmth of his. So there you go. That was a snippet from Shea Butter Rocks by Kamani Roby. If you like what you heard and you would want to continue experiencing adult bedtime stories for the creative soul, become a supporter today. Go to anchor.fm/adult bedtime stories for the creative soul /support. Want to know how to get your copy of Shea Butter Rocks? The ebook is available for pre-order on Amazon now. The details will be in the show notes. And thank you for tuning in to Adult Listening Party. It's a party for you where we experience engaging short story samples, spicy poems, and inspiration. Your imagination depends on it. And for the adult creative soul out there, That's anyone who wants to express their creative genius in writing. There is a website just for you. Click on bit.ly/adult creative soul, and that's ADULT CREATIVESOUL. And bit.ly is just bit.ly. And the link will be in the show notes. And this is where you go, where you see the creative juices flowing with blogs and stories for your delight. And remember, we are PG-13 adult family. So set the temperature to cold, warm, or hot. Definitely throw in some spice, but please keep it tasteful. And send in your poems or short story excerpts to be broadcast on the show. And you can send that to adultcreativesoul@gmail.com. Just a few quick commercial housekeeping tips and ideas. Now, for those of you who are on their individual health walk and would like to get real time information on the foods that you eat, know and love, as well as be in sync to a space where we will address all concerns, ideals, and all things health related, tune into the Love Your Health podcast on Spotify, and it's available on your favorite podcast mediums as well. Now, if you would like a book that helps you begin your healthy living journey, read 7 Steps Toward Healthy Living. It's available now on Amazon, and it will help you get into the healthy living rhythm in an easy way. Now, if you would like to get a more in depth look about issues that plague our mental growth daily, grab your copy of Take Me As I Am, and the workbook is also available on Amazon. So get it on Amazon now. It's a great read about issues like fear, vulnerability, and personal growth. The workbook is a great place to jot down your personal answers to questions that will help you with your individual growth. And there is more information in the show notes. Now, also, for all my creative souls, the secret to change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. That's by Socrates. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and create your own reality. Nothing can stop you. And we want to give you your own open space here at Bedtime Stories for Creative Soul. So please continue to allow creative freedom to flow. This is your space, your opportunity to grow and shine. And without you, there would be no adult creative soul. So thank you. And good night for all of us here at Adult Bedtime Stories for the Creative Soul. See you next time.